We'll get started in just a sec, making some last adjustments here on my camera. Okay. And let's see. All right, let's cut the music. Pay no attention to the mess in the background, please, because it's a mess. Hi, I'm Sharon, also known as the Accidental Art Maker. Thanks for joining me tonight. I came on here to kind of test a new camera setup and mic setup. The mic failed, so I'm using the old mic I had before, which sometimes gets muffled. And also I slur my words, not because I've had too much wine, but because I wear Invisalign, and Invisalign does all kinds of wonderful things inside your mouth while it's making your teeth straight. I don't have my Invisalign in now because I am sipping a glass of wine. So anyways, so tonight I have a new kind of like little studio set up here. I just wanted to test out. Wanted to show you guys where I am with my Weeping's Willow collection, which I've been working on. I'm trying to finish it up. I often find that I'll start like 5 things and I'll start another 5 things without finishing the first 5 things. So I'm trying to finish it all by Friday. And I have a new thing now called Finishing Friday, where I get as much finished on Friday before I start anything new on Saturday. So for me, this time of year, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Generally, this time of year, it's beautiful weather, and I'm in my garage and I'm painting large objects. And it's been cold, wet, and rainy up here recently. And I haven't been able, I gone to my garage the last weekend, but it's still sweater weather here. It's crazy. So anyways, where am I going with this? So I want, before I start any more projects in my garage, I want to finish up some of the smaller stuff I started easily a month ago. So part of that is the Whispering Willow collection I've been working on. I've got the Horse and Hound mold piece I'm still working on. And I'm just looking behind me to see if I've got anything else. I've got a couple of other things I can do that aren't not as important, but I do want to finish them soon. So I have kind of a clean slate and not a guilty conscience when I'm in the garage working this summer. All right, I'm going to turn the camera back around here and hopefully, oh shoot, I hate when this happens. Give me a sec here. I'm really sorry. The camera's going to be wiggling and I need to spin you guys back. Gosh darn it. It's just going to be one of those nights with tech on tech things. Let's see. Will this now? I'm really sorry to everybody who's watching and getting dizzy, but give me a sec here. I'm going to figure it out. I think I got this part. All right, yes, yes, and now let's raise this up. These are the things when you become a stockist that you don't take into account, which is how much time will I be figuring out my tech setup, much less anything else. All right, so if you're just joining, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. My name is Sharon again. Sorry for the delayed start. We've got Amanda. Hey, Amanda. She's my neighbor. She is down the street from me. Kim is saying, hoping for subtitles. I am trying to figure out subtitles. I'm not sure, Kim, if you're watching from YouTube or from Facebook, but I cannot. I thought I had subtitles turned on for YouTube. I'm not sure how to do it for Facebook. We got Doris from Muggy, Florida. Oh, it's Becky. Hi, Becky. Yay! I'm so glad you're on. That makes my day. Yeah, so it's not muggy here. You probably saw me. I'm wearing a sweater. It is cold. We turned the heat on in June. It's crazy. So anyways, all right. So let me show you guys what I've been working on and kind of give you some backstories on them. So this piece right here, it's kind of a funny little piece. It looks like a jewelry attached, right? Surprise! It's hollow on the inside. I guess it's just for like display only. When I got it, it was your basic wooden chest. And I had painted originally like a white and a green for ephemeral melange. And then I ended up not using that transfer on it. And then I ended up, I ended up, you can see here, I ended up hot pink, capri pink, and I used the catwalk stamp on it. And that's what those black little splotches are underneath here. And then I was thinking, you know, okay, here I've demonstrated catwalk and I'm done with this thing, but I kept staring at it across the room and I was like, no, this needs more. Like, I can't just let it go with this stamp on it and call it done. So I came in here and you can see where I dry brushed it with this blue. And then of course I took the, I keep calling it weeping willows because of the tree, but it is not weeping willows. It is whispering willows by Lexi Grenzer. So yeah, whispering willows, wandering willows, just WW. We'll just call it WW for now, from now on. But anyways, I went to my local antique store a couple of weekends ago and I gave a demo of how to use transfers down there using whispering willows. It was a huge hit. People loved it. And I had this all ready to go. And I just started throwing transfers on top of it without thinking too much about it. So let me just give you a little whirlwind tour of this piece now. So that's one side. And this is the back. So kind of what I was picturing here, dunk on it. What I've been picturing here is kind of like this kind of being like maybe on the back of a sofa table, so that you'd have the front and back visible. This wouldn't be up, it could be up against the wall, but like, why would you want to do that? So I put the little crown on the hummingbird and mushrooms down here. And this side right here, I've got our little bird friend. So like in my mind, I'm picturing the bird looking around at the hummingbird up here. And you can see the blue down here. You can see the catwalk stamp peeking through along with the capri pink. And then on the, let me show you the top. Let's see here. I have not put a top coat on this yet, by the way. So I still need to do that, which when you put a top coat on or wax, these colors, especially like the pink underneath, that's going to show through a bit more. So when I'm done with this, I will show you guys the finished product, but there's still another step to go here. Gosh, maybe I'll put some, maybe I will put some on right now. Do I have any up here? I brought some up here. Oh, here it is. Let's put a little bit on. Let's see what happens on the top here. So I was originally just going to show you guys this right here. I think this front part right here needs another element or two, like perhaps another flower. I have a dogwood tree blooming out the front of my house right now, which is super just gorgeous and beautiful. And so I'm imagining like a couple of more like dogwood flowers right up in here. And I'm not really sure. That's what I was really going to do. But now I'm thinking, now that I start talking about it, maybe I just paint the top of this here for you guys. And you can see what it looks like. Let's see here. Okay. I got a beat up brush right here, but it'll do. Becky, how are you doing? Are you still there? Oh, thank you, Amanda. All right, so I got some top coat here. It is, if you're familiar with it, DIY. Oh, this is liquid patina. I do not want liquid patina. I want a top coat and, gosh, I'm sorry. I thought I had brought it upstairs, but I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry I'm so scattered tonight. That is not unusual by the time evening rolls around. Let's see. Let's see if I got any wax. I've got white wax. I've got regular wax. Oh, let's see, I don't have any handy. Oh, darn it all. Yeah, I'm not cursing tonight. I'm trying to stop cursing. All right, you guys probably can't even hear me. Well, I don't know. I'm going to put some patina on and see what happens. To use as a sealer or top coat. Okay, let's just do it. I haven't used liquid patina before. I've used Circus Top, I think is what it's called. Let's see. Yeah, the colors turned out really pretty. If you had told me that Catwalk on hot pink would be a great background for the spring willows, I would have thought you were a little bit cuckoo. Okay, but you never know what's going to happen when you combine these colors. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, all right, well, I'm going to use liquid patina together and see what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Amanda. That's the jar said. I wanted to see if I could get that the underlying. See, it's kind of going on white. Maybe I'll do another side with white. Well, I don't know where my wax is. I'm kind of thought my wax was up here. My clear wax. Well, that's looking really pretty. It's making the colors more saturated. Can you guys tell from the camera? What do you guys think? Here. Amanda, have you used this before, this product? I have not used it. I've used this brand a lot, but I haven't used this as a top coat. I haven't used it at all before. All right. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, gosh. When I first got this jewelry test, I was like, oh my God, what a joke. What am I going to be able to do with it? Oh, look, it turned out pretty nice. All right, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do this side right here. I'm going to do this fast, and I just wanted to show you guys quickly the other things I've been working on where I'm at, because I want some accountability. I've been working, I don't know if you guys saw the mirror project that I started on the day that the summer release went live. And how I realized, or Kim helped me realize, I think, that wasn't going the way that I planned. I put it on the wrong side. I put the transfers on the wrong side of this glass tray. And now I basically, if I want to keep the tray, if I want to keep it the way it is, I have to saw the handles off, which I can totally do, but I haven't been able to bring myself to do that just yet. But I got the mirror backing on the tray and it looks super pretty. All right, this is looking really nice. I really do love this transfer. Take a small sip of wine. I'm not going to do the base. I'll come back and do the base later. All right. I'm going to do the front because I still want to add a couple more flowers to it. I will not be doing that tonight. I am excited. I'm taking a class with Lexi on Saturday, a mixed media class, and I haven't done mixed media with the supply list that she has. Like a lot of that stuff I haven't really used before or in a long time. So I'm really looking forward to just kind of cutting loose and actually have her stamps to use, and they are adorable. I love cardinals. I grew up in Virginia, where we had cardinals all over the place, and I miss them a lot out here on the West Coast. So I love the idea of being able to do something with cardinals. Oh, it's looking good. It was really amazing the Saturday that I did so I didn't do demos myself. I had like 50 tiles that I had painted in a variety of colors. I can show you two of them. I had painted tiles and put a top coat on them so that when people, and then I cut out transfers, mostly mushrooms and the smaller stuff, so that when people came along, they could just try the, it's easy to put a transfer on, right? It takes like, if you're experiencing something like this, would probably take 20 seconds, but if you're kind of getting the hang of it, it could take a little bit longer. So I had like 50 people come in, mostly women, and leaving with a huge smile on their face. And it was takeaway art. So whatever they created, they could walk away with. And I had one man, I had a couple of men, I had two men do transfers, and one was volunteered to be my guinea pig. He was the partner of somebody in the antique store who was finishing setting up their booth. So anyways, this other man, he was a Japanese tourist, and he had this beautiful leather camera bag, and he had a very nice camera, and he was taking pictures of me, and I was like, come on over and try it. So he wanted to know if the transfer would go in his leather bag, and I said, I'm pretty sure it will go on. I don't know how long it'll stay on for. So he picked out one of the smaller flowers, and sure enough, it adhered to his camera bag and looked really nice. It was like this caramel colored leather bag, and the transfer went right on, and it didn't look like it was going anywhere. He might have taken it off later, but he really liked it. So that's worked for me. Okay, let's go this way. So is it okay if I call you Becky instead of Doris, since I know you as Becky? Ms. Darby. I'm here, just finished a tree box today with seashells, mermaids with background painted in mermaid blue, and finally finished in the gold building wax. Nice. Did mermaids the Sea Sister molds, or was it like another transfer that you had, or maybe you freehanded it? I don't know. Becky and I've been chit-chatting through email and getting to know each other through long-distance correspondence. All right. Almost done with this. I like it even more. I did not think that was going to be possible. So this has like these tricky corners right here. And with the transfers kind of wrapping around, I'm going to have to go back in and play with them just a little bit to set them in there comfortably so they appear a little bit more seamless. But I'll do that after this. Okay. All right. Almost done here. And then I'm going to show you guys 2 trays. And then if I've got it left in me, I might put the hedgehog down on a board that I've got prepared for it. All right. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to do the front later. All right, I am liking this patina. It looks really good up close. It's hard, I'm sure it's probably hard to tell from where you guys are. I don't sell this, sorry. So I probably shouldn't be pumping it so much, but there's a lot of IOD stockists out there that sell it. So you'll find it if you want to check it out. I got this from, I think I got this from Ellen J. Goods actually a while ago. Okay, call that done. What are you dealing with? What do you mean, Becky? What are you dealing with? Say, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Put this aside. Let it dry. And I'm going to show you guys 2 things. I'm actually kind of curious for your opinion on them. So I've got, let's see here. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, if I've shared it already. So I've got this right here is the background. I painted it 3 different colors and kind of blended it. This is supposed to be like my horizon line right here, and you know, sky and grass. And then I went over it with the Bella stamp with different pieces of the Bella stamp to give it a couple of more layers. So there's like a green stamp back here and a dark blue one back here. And I put the white on top to bring it some uniformity. But I think the white's a little bit too much. So I started sanding off the white over here so you can kind of see how over here it's not as prominent as over here in this corner. So it is I still have a little bit of work to do on this one, but I'm really liking this one too. This actually was a huge hit. I used this as a sample at the antique show, antique demo, and people loved it as it is. So I was also thinking maybe I just leave it as it is, put a top coat on and move on. So let's see. So that's this one right here. And now I'll show you the mirror that I've been working on. Okay. All right, so this is all taped up. Don't fall over. Okay. So this is, there's a wooden frame underneath here that I taped up because when I was spray painting on this side, I didn't want to mess the wood up right here. So I forget the name of the mirror spray paint. I forget the name of it. I was going to bring it inside and then I left it outside. But anyways, I taped up the back. And then this is, you see this little right here, those are the handles that I need to saw off. What I still have left to do here is there's a couple of areas I want to go in with like some light pink and some light yellow, and then you paint the whole thing black so it's got that, so that it will be a true mirror. And then you can kind of see in here, I went in with a, oh, what am I sealing with? Kept asking me what I was dealing with, and I'm like, I don't know. Do I appear to be dealing with something? Let me show you. It is called DIY, and this is called Liquid Patina, all in one. Transfer gel top coat decoupage medium. And I had gotten this to use it as a decoupage medium for my class with Lexi on Saturday. So that's what that is. That's funny. So anyways, so the little spots that are missing here, I'm going to paint those black because I want it to look kind of vintagey. And then I've got a couple of lines in here. It's hard to tell here on the camera, but there were just a couple of scratch marks that were already here in the glass, and they're still kind of shining through a little bit. And if I paint, I was thinking about painting them just a very light color so that they don't stand out as much, and then hope the black dots here kind of detract from like a straight line. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. So that's next for this. And then I saw the handles off, and then if I have it left to me, I'm going to put handles on this end because I still think it would be super pretty as a tray. Let me take the tape off here so you can see. It's a very pretty frame. It's definitely an antique. This is one of those things where I definitely felt like a real idiot when I realized I had put the transfer not on the correct side. But, you know, gotta laugh at yourself when you mess up. So that's the wooden frame right there. That's really pretty. All right, so that is that one. And it's out of the way. Believe it or not, I have been using this transfer. It's like a never-ending transfer. What do I have in here? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like the never-ending transfer because I think I have no more transfers left, and then I come back in, and then I've got like a whole bunch. So I was thinking about doing this piece tonight. Let's see, how long have I been on? I've been on for like half an hour. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. All right. I do want to stamp, and then I want to put a transfer on. So if you guys have some steam left in you, stick around and let's do this. All right. Okay. So I've got this. I'm going to tuck it underneath here. I've got my inking station right here. Thank you, Becky. And I'm going to grab a stamp. What stamp? Let's almost. Let's see here. We have. All right. This is one stamp I would think never would go with Whispering Willows, but let's just try it and see what happens. You doing like, are you speaking into your computer, Becky, and expecting it to populate with the right words? Is that what's happening? All right. So what do we do, like feathers? Let me see what transfers I have left here before I dig myself into as much of a deep hole. Oh, look, I've got the little deer, and I got these beautiful flowers. Okay. I'm going to gracefully back out of using this stamp because I don't think it's going to go. I think that the feathers are too big. Let's see here. All right. Who can name this stamp? Anybody know the name of this stamp? This will go pretty. It is called Queen Bee, and I am out of stock of it right now. And so is IOD. Okay. And so some of you may know I started an internship program at Cascadia Tech. And I brought over, and this is just between us, anybody else, but I brought over a lot of my stamps for them to stamp with. And I told them, no matter what, don't lose any of these, and two, clean them when you're done because I don't want dirty stamps. And guess what? They lost a few, but they found them, but a lot of my stamps came back really dirty. So anyway, whatever. I've been cleaning them. Oops, sorry for the shake there. Okay, so if we have like the flowers and we've got Bambi there. Like I could go around Bambi or the hedgehog. It's kind of like a little light glow. There could be a crown over them. Maybe a smaller crown. And then we've got these really pretty borders that could go in there also. We got the bow. That could work. I'm just going to kind of freehand this. Then we could do something around the edges here. We could do this in the corner, but that would take up a lot of space. I'm taking that out. And I'm thinking that round one right there. You guys can see that right there. Okay. Okay. I think we've got a plan. I'll put away the big bee because I think it's just too big. I'm not sure if I'm going to use little bee, but I probably will. Maybe instead of the straight one, I'm just going to go for a more organic border like that. That border right there, and then put that around the side. I could even do something like that. It could be like curtains parting maybe. Let's see. So like if this is kind of coming in. So what I did here was painted yellow in the background. I took some of the blue and I made this big circle on it. Oh, and just make things fun because I like to do things double-sided. Maybe one of the hedgehogs can go on the back here. On this side, I'm definitely thinking Bambi. So let me get Bambi out. Maybe we should make up another name. So if this cute little baby deer is kind of here in the middle of the glow, and then that's kind of coming down and through the blue on this side, kind of breaking that up a little bit more, and then through the blue and yellow on this side, that would look really good. And then maybe the stamp down here, just kind of coming in, going out. And then maybe this could kind of go in between, up in there. All right, let's just get going and see what happens. Who's with me? Who's still here? All right. I think one thing I'm going to do is bring the camera a little bit closer. All right, and hopefully I won't bump into this anymore tonight. Okay. I do like the little bow too, though. I forgot about the bow. All right, so I'm gonna go pretty generic and make this green right here. So my stacks in here. I've got my green. I got this tray from a dollar store, just painted up, and it like fits my inks and my stamps perfectly. And I've got a thin mount. Right here. This is just a stamp on so that I don't get ink all over the place. Rounds up there in case I want them. I'll go my stamps in the background. Okay. So here's my, it's hard to see. Sorry about that. Let's get this on here. See how this is. This needs more ink. Amanda's still here. Taurus, Becky's still here. All right. Tell me if you've, I think both of you guys have stamped, right? I don't know, Amanda, have you stamped? I know you've done molds. I've been watching your mold progress. It's beautiful. But have you done stamps yet? Okay. Flip this over. That's pretty absorbed. Good. Much more ink. All right. Let's see. Pretty. I'm okay with it not being 100% solid. I kind of like the vintagey, like I don't like solid stamps unless they're like going on my shirts. No stamps yet. Okay. If you want to come over and try some out here before you buy, try before you buy. I'd be totally into it. Okay, put this here. Especially on big pieces of furniture. I can show you some of the stuff I've done. It's a lot of fun on furniture. Amanda, do you mostly do furniture pieces? I don't recall seeing like smaller items on your Facebook page. Okay, now I'm going to, see, I like this and I like it. Move my line out of the way. I'm actually gonna come up here. Kind of like this story of the forest curtains parting open for this little creature. I'm going to do a little bit more here. We'll see if my plan is still the same for the bottom. Turn that up like a smudge. Everything's looking really pretty. I'm gonna keep going with it a little bit more. Oops. I'm gonna do this. Keep the angle idea. Mostly furniture, yeah. Smaller pieces can be good to work on before you commit to a large piece. So you'd start out with like something small and then try the paint, try the mold, see how you like it, like the color scheme and that the mold is like you're adhering it correctly. All right, what I want to do here, I'm going to keep going here. All right, let me show you guys. Looks. Tell me what you guys think about my camera. Like, I know I need to get. I think I need to get a new camera. I tried to get a new microphone, but it is not working on this laptop. And you can see the details there. And down here. Okay. All right, like that. And just give this stamp a quick baby wipe. Clean more of it later. Okay. This is the bow. Oh, you can see that. I'm wondering about the bow down here. Do I want to bring in a human-like element, like the bow and the crown, or do I want to stick with things like the bee and a circle flower? I don't know. I think we're good with stamps for right now. I can put down the deer and then see what I think is next. Or we could do more flower ornaments on top too from the transfer. But let's start with this right now. Okay. Becky's still here. She's been doing some silver trays. Ooh, send pictures, Becky, because you know I want to see what you're working on. All right, now I need, I'm so sorry. I swear I was organized when I started off my evening in here. Let's see. I'm looking for a transfer stick because I hear that those are helpful when you want to transfer things. I have like a million of them lying around, and of course now they are hard to find. So I'm going to oh, let's see. Right. I'm going to break open a brocante because I know I need, I have a brocante transfer in my future. So I'm going to break this open. All right. Then I'm going to put Bambi down. I have a feeling I'm going to call it a night after this. I'm beginning to fade. Becky, I can't believe you're still up. You're 3 hours ahead. Well, I shouldn't be complaining. Like I'm usually asleep by 9:30 these nights. So you have a lot to learn. What do you want to learn? I am happy to help. Okay, so here we've got we need a name that's not Bambi. Okay, I'm thinking not in the center, but a little bit off the side, with these hoofs still kind of in this patchy sunlight down here, and one hoof kind of coming in out of the dark. So this is where in my head, I start telling stories to myself about what's going on here. So this little deer, this little baby is stepping out of a glen into a patch of light, looking for something. Don't want to say mom because again, too much Bambi reference. And then I also see that my grid lines are kind of crooked, and I do want them to be a little bit more straight. I want these three hooves to be in this little patch of light down here, and I want this one to be on the outside of the dark. Yeah, like that. So he's stepping into the light, which is risky. All right, now I'm going to, I can't remember if I painted this at the top coat. I probably didn't. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, it's good quality top paint, so it should, yeah, it's going on. Amanda, do you have deer coming into your yard where you live? We used to have families come into our backyard on the hill every spring, but they stopped 2 springs ago. I haven't seen them for a while. It's the same ones. You've probably seen them at the roundabout that are underneath the apple tree when the apples are falling. Let's take a little peek underneath there. These a little wrinkle, but that's okay. Okay, I think it all went down. Let's take a quick look. Quick look. Okay. I'm just gonna get this a little bit of a rub. Pushed on that knee. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. That's really cute. Okay, but I know this needs more. And I'm not sure what it is right now, and I feel like this, I usually move on to something else because I'll show you why. So this is what I'm thinking. So I've got this big beautiful, I've got some flowers and some greens. I don't think mushrooms would go. Got this big, oh, you know what, this could go. Let's look at this. Hedgehogs. I don't know what I'm saving you for. I think it's for the back of this piece, which is darker. Okay, so like some of the flowers might work, but not the whole piece. And then I've got this greenery right here, which could come down. It could help. It could be like layering with the stamps in the back. I'm not sure. I don't think I like that. I'm going to say no to mushrooms. Now this color looks really pretty on here. I mean, maybe there's a way to do like a wreath around, but then I've kind of got this glow going. I don't know. What do you guys think? The crown would be too cheesy. The bow just doesn't go because I don't think something looks man-made in here. The bees don't really go with the theme. I'm thinking flowers. I'm thinking pink flowers. I'm also thinking like letters or words. I'm not sure. But when I get like this on a project, I usually take a break and come back to it later. I let my brain think about it in my subconscious. Which is what I'm going to do tonight. So, yeah, you haven't seen the ones at the roundabout. They're there. Okay, well, friends, you got to see a bunch of stuff I'm working on, and I'm still going to keep working on this right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Like this big flower down the corner could be really pretty, but then it would dominate. I want this to be about the baby deer. So that's why I'm thinking nothing too dominant or big. That's what I'm thinking right here. So anyways, I'll come up with something and come back to you guys with it. But I don't know what it is right now. Team flower. Yes, I like the flowers, obviously. And yeah, I think it's just time for me to call it a night because I'm fading and I'm going to probably knock something over and break it. But it's been a long day. I started working like at 7 a.m., actually a little bit earlier than that, on my other job. So my career job. Okay, I'm going to stop babbling now. Thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with me tonight. Becky, it was really great to see you join from Florida. And Amanda, I'm looking forward to getting to know you better since you're my neighbor. It'd be great to do some projects this summer together, maybe even do a live stream together. So keep that in mind. So good night, everybody. Have a great evening, and I'll probably be doing a live once again very soon. Talk to you all later.